Hello, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Football Discussion Daily. I'm your host, CGO. Uh, this video will be released on Friday, June 12th. Please endeavor to subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Also, endeavor to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We also have other platforms as well. Today, the World Cup kicked off, and the opening game of the World Cup was the game between South Africa and one of the co-host nations, which is the El-Tri of Mexico. The game was played at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. It was a highly chaotic and historic opening match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Mexico defeated South Africa 2-0. So the Bafana, it was a total disappointment from them because they couldn't really match the energy of the Mexican team. The Mexican team operated with a tactical formation of 4-1-2-3, and they really leveraged on high pressing to suffocate the South Africans' deep build-up. South Africa adopted a defensive tactical formation of 5-3-2, and that didn't really help them in this game. In the 9th minute of this encounter, the high pressing approach by the Mexican really paid off because they were able to press through their midfielder, Eric Lira, who was able to dispossess Sefkefelio Sitole, and then he was able to lay pass now to the guy they called Julian Quinones, who took a low right-footed strike that went through the legs of South African goalkeeper Rowan Williams. That opened up everything for them, and that put the South Africans under much pressure. And then one of the things that really caused more problem to the South Africans was in the 49th minute of the game, while they were trailing by 1-0. Sitole, who was the culprit of the mistake that led to the goal the Mexicans scored in the first half, committed another offense when he denied Mexican Brian Gutierrez of a clear goal scoring opportunity that resulted into a straight red card. And then South Africa was reduced to one man down, and the Mexicans, they took advantage of that in the 66th minute of the game. The guy called Roberto Alvarado was able to make a beautiful cross from the right flank, and their legendary striker Raul Jimenez was able to knock the ball into the net to seal victory for Mexico. But we had some kind of late drama in the game because we had a South African player who came in as a substitute. His name is called Themba Zwane. He came in and he got a straight red card after a VAR review for violent conduct after elbowing Alvarado. That was a very wrong behavior by Themba Zwane. This is a World Cup, and I was hoping that he should know that when you do those kind of things, there's most likely going to be a VAR review. And if you look at this competition, FIFA is taking a lot of things very serious. So it was a bad action by him, and that made South Africa to go down to 9 men. So South African team got 2 red cards. And then till the 92nd minute, we had the Mexican captain Cesar Montes also being dismissed with a red card after he made a very clumsy tackle. He committed a foul against the guy they call Kuliso Muda, who was also um, um, heading towards the 18-yard box of the Mexican. So the red card was also as a result of trying to deny him of a goal scoring opportunity. It ended 2-0 in favor of the El Tri of Mexico. So it's a good one for them. The last time both sides met at the World Cup was in 2010 when South Africa hosted the World Cup. And that game, I remember, ended 1 goal apiece. This time around, it was the Mexicans who came out victorious in this encounter. Now, when you look at the match statistics, South Africa didn't really do very well because when you look at ball possession, Mexico had 61%, South Africa had 39%. When you look at the number of shots, Mexico had 16 and then 5 were on target. South Africa had 4 shots and then 3 were on target. And then when you look at the XG for Mexico, it was 1.41. That of South Africa was approximately 0.10. That tells you they didn't really create much in this game. They were really very flat. The passing accuracy, Mexicans had the upper hand. They had 91% and South Africa had 83%. So it was a very poor performance by the Bafana of South Africa. I think they need to improve if they really want to make it to the round of 32 in this competition. So that's what happened today in the opening match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup here in Mexico City. So now we'll be looking at other games. The game between South Korea, as at the time this program is being recorded, is yet to start. So South Korea will be playing against Czech Republic. They also call them Czechia. So now we'll be looking at the other games that will be played on June 12th. That's on Friday. We also have the other joint hosts playing against their opponents. And Group B, we have Canada. Canada happens to be one of the countries hosting this competition. They'll be playing against the team from Europe, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Bosnia-Herzegovina will be playing against Canada. The game will be played at the BMO Field in Toronto. Temporarily it is called the Toronto Stadium because the capacity was increased so that it will meet the FIFA's standard. So the capacity was increased to 45,736. So that's what the capacity is. Before now, I think it was around 28,000. But because of this World Cup, they had to increase the capacity. So that is where the game will be taking place. And the referee for this game, his name is Facundo Tello. He's an Argentine referee. He's going to be the one that will be the center referee for this game. And if you look at both sides have never played each other before in any competitive game. This will be the first time Canada and Bosnia-Herzegovina will be playing against each other. Canada, they will most likely approach this game with a tactical formation of 4-4-2. And with their manager, JC Marsh, who is an American, sure is going to parade the team and will be able to make the Canadians proud in this competition. Under his watch, under his leadership, this Canadian team has really improved a lot. They'll be missing the absence of Alfonso Davies, who has been sidelined as a result of an hamstring complaint. And then I think they'll also be missing a guy called Moise Bito, who is also dealing with muscle injury. Players that will likely see play for Canada in that game tomorrow are the most likely players to see that will be in the lineup. Goal, likely see Maxime Crepio is likely to be in goal tomorrow. And then in the defense, we'll see players like Richie Lahi, who will play maybe as the left back in this game. Derek Cornelius will be playing as a centre back. Lockdave Rollis will also play as a centre back. And then Alistair Johnston will play as the right back for this game. And then in the midfield, we'll most likely have Liam Miller playing from the left midfield. Stephen Estaquio will be playing at the center midfield. He happens to be the captain of this team. And then Ismail Kone playing the center midfield. And then Passion Buchanan will play as from the right midfield. Now, the two forwards for this game for Canada will most likely be Jonathan David and Silly Larin. Those are the guys that will most likely be starting this game for Canada tomorrow. So there's that possibility that we might have one or two changes in this predicted lineup I've just mentioned. And then for Bosnia Herzegovina, they will also play almost the same tactical formation of 4-4-2. In goal, we are likely to see Nikola Vasily. The defense will be seeing Kolasinac. I know he plays for Atalanta. He will most likely play the left back for them. And then the guy they call Tarik Muharemovic will play in the center back. We'll have Nikola Katic also playing the center back. We'll have Ama Dedic playing in the right back. And then in the midfield, we'll be having Kerim Alakbegovic playing from the left side of the midfield. Benjamin Tahirovic playing the center midfield. We'll have Ivan Basic playing also in the center midfield. And then Esmir Barakatarevic playing from the right side of the midfield. And then they'll have two forwards to those that will be leading the front line. And that will be Edin Dzeko. Yeah, Edin Dzeko is a very experienced player. He'll be playing, he'll be leading the line tomorrow alongside Emadin Demirovic. That game is going to be a very interesting game. We must not forget that this Bosnia-Herzegovina team knocked out Italy. They stopped Italy from qualifying for the World Cup. So that's not a team one should ever write off. But one thing I feel is that Canada playing at home, they have a lot of advantage because their fans will come out in mass to support them, and that home support will give them that cutting edge against Bosnia-Herzegovina in this game. I foresee a situation where Canada most likely start with the victory. I think the best Bosnia-Herzegovina might likely get in this game might just be a draw, but I am tipping Canada to come out victorious in this encounter tomorrow. Now we move to the game, Group D game between United States of America and Paraguay. That will be the second game of the game. The game will be played at the Sophie Stadium in Inglewood in California. That's going to be another interesting game between the North American team, United States, and the South American team, Paraguay. This game will be officiated by a Dutch referee. His name is Danny Makuli. Is going to be the one in charge of the officiating for this game between United States of America and Paraguay. Sophie Stadium has a standard seating capacity of 70,240 seats. So that tells you the number is huge. And we have a lot of US fans there at the stadium to throw in their support for the United States team that will be playing against Paraguay. Both sides have met each other, I think 9 times. I think they've met themselves 9 times. And US has 5 wins. Paraguay has 2 wins, and then both sides have played 2 draws. So what it shows is that US has a better record against Paraguay. The only time both sides have played against each other at the World Cup was in 1930. That was the inaugural edition of the World Cup. That was July 17, 1930, in Montevideo, in Uruguay. Both sides play, and USA defeated Paraguay 3-0. So that's the only time they both met at the World Cup. Now, this will be the second time both teams will be playing at the World Cup again. It promises to be an exciting one. Seeing US playing against Paraguay in this great encounter. US team will most likely approach this game with the tactical formation of 4-2-3-1. That's what this US team will likely play in that game against Paraguay. The coach of the United States, we all know his name is Mauricio Pochettino. He's an Argentine. He will be the one to lead this team as they confront Paraguay in this very important game. Now, I'll be telling you about players that will likely see in the starting 11 of United States in this great game that will be taking place at the Sophie Stadium in Inglewood in California. In goal, we should have Matt Freese in goal for the United States. And in the defense, we should have Alex Freeman playing as the right back. And for the United States, Chris Richards should play in the center back. He should be pairing with Tim Ring in the central defense. And then we should have Anthony Robinson. We all know Anthony Robinson, who plays for Fulham. He will be playing the left back for the US. And then in the defensive midfield, we should have Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams had a very good season with Bournemouth. And then we have Winston McKinney also playing the defensive role. And then in the attacking midfield and the wingers, we should have Sergio Dest, we should have Malik Tillman, and we should also have Christian Pulisic, who plays for AC Milan. And then they'll have a lone striker. His name is Folari Balogun, who plays for AS Monaco. He will be the one to lead the front line of the United States team when they play against Paraguay, Paraguay, their coach's name is Daniel Ganero. He will be the one to lead the Paraguayan team against the United States in the game tomorrow. Most likely, we'll be seeing Gatito Fernandez in goal for the Paraguayan team. And then in the defense, players that we'll likely see in the defense tomorrow will be seeing Juan Jose Caceres playing as a right back. I'll be seeing Gustavo Gomez playing the central defense alongside Omar Adarete. Then in the defensive midfield, we should have Andres Cubas playing in the defensive midfield alongside Will Vieira, Damian Bobadilla. And then the attacking midfield wingers, we should have Roman Sosa, Miguel Ameron, and then Diego Gomez, who we all know plays for Brighton in the Premier League. And then they are going to have a lone striker whose name is Antonio Sanabria. So that is what we'll likely see from the Paraguayan team that will be confronting the United States. If I'm to make my prediction, I think the United States will most likely start their campaign with a victory. That is what my prediction will be. Please, viewers, I'd like to encourage you to please share your prediction with us. Please help us to share and like our videos. Thank you very much for listening, and do have a great time. Bye for now.